agrees with that, right? We have 5 forms of investment: time, money, attention, energy, and focus. Now, while most people would agree with me that when discussing this subject, time is the most valuable resource, many of us do not behave as if we understand this. And I just gave you an example of how I even violate this sometimes by allowing my workday to leak past the time that I want to stop and letting it go longer. And then it pushes back everything else and it hurts my energy for the next day. So then the next day I'm working, but I don't have the same energy. So I'm not as effective in my work. And it's because of me, because it's something that I'm doing. So we all do this. We are consciously aware of the mistake that we're making, yet we keep making the mistake anyway. Why? Because we haven't created a strong enough reason to stop making the mistake. That's the reason. Or a strong enough reason to do something other than make the mistake. One or the other has to happen. Ask people how much money they would spend in order to buy time. You just ask somebody that question. You know, people do these interview videos on social media these days. They just walk up to random people in the street and just ask them random questions. Ask people this question: if you could buy a year of time, meaning you could just add another year, or you could just take the year that you are now. If you're 35, I say, all right, when your next birthday comes up, you'll be 35 again. You can just be 35 all over again. We're just adding a year to your life. So then after the next birthday, you'll be 36, but you just get to be 35 twice. You just add another year to your life. How much would you pay for that year? What would you value that year at if you could put a price tag on it? How much is it worth? Ask people that. How much would you spend in order to buy time? Then give them an opportunity. After they give you an answer, right? Give them an opportunity to spend money to achieve things faster and watch how quickly they hesitate. After they just told you how much money they would spend to buy time. Okay, so you would spend $10,000 to buy an extra year of time? Yeah, okay. So if I told you it costs $10,000 to join my program that would teach you how to achieve your goals 1 year faster than the current pace that you're on, would you buy it right now? And watch how people hesitate. What they should say is, if you're sure it will help me achieve my goals a year faster, and I'm sure it will, then I would spend that money because I just told you a year of my life is worth $10,000. That's an easy question. Just a logical answer, deductive reasoning. But most people will not think that way. Most people hesitate and not do it. Again, the only reason you wouldn't do it is if either A, you don't believe that what the person is telling you is true, or B, let's say you just don't have the $10,000. That's another reason you wouldn't do it. That's it. There's only 2 reasons. You don't believe that they can actually cut a year off your learning curve, or B, you just don't have the money. So let's assume you had the money. All right, so the only reason you wouldn't do it is if you don't believe the person can help you. Other than that, there's no excuse. You just said that a year of time is worth $10,000. Probably worth more than that. But we agree. So even though we say time is the most valuable thing that we have, most people agree with that. And even when you hear someone say it, then when you give people an opportunity to use their money to buy time, they actually act in the opposite way of what they just said, which is they act as if their money is more valuable than their time, even though they just said that the time is more valuable than their money. This is a reflection of your words not matching your behaviors. And when your words and behaviors don't match, you know what we call this? We call this being out of integrity. That's what this is called. Integrity is when you act in a way that is congruent with the way that you are presenting yourself. And I don't mean presenting yourself, forget other people, just with yourself. Personal integrity. Whatever you say to yourself about yourself, are your actions a reflection of that speech? If it's not, then you are out of integrity. Forget me, forget everyone else. Integrity is about you with yourself, because only you really know, because you know what you say to yourself.